अस्सलाम वालेकुम। जियो न्यूज़ के साथ मैं हूं फराज अहमद। हेडलाइंस आपने जानी, अभी आपको बराह रास्त ये चलेंगे। अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ओवल ऑफिस में इस वक्त गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं।
Political crime. I hope they're looking at Shifty Schiff. I hope they're looking at all these people. And I'm allowed to find out. I'm allowed to, I'm, in theory, the chief law enforcement officer. But I have a very good, talented group. This is about something else. But I hope they're looking at political crime, because there's never been so much political crime against a political opponent as what I had to go through. They raided my house in Florida. It was an illegal raid. I have a lawsuit that was doing very well. And when I became president, I said, I'm sort of suing myself. I don't know. How do you settle the lawsuit? I'll say, give me X dollars, right? And I don't know what to do with the lawsuit. It's a great lawsuit. And now I won. It sort of looks bad. I'm suing myself, right? So I don't know. But that was a lawsuit that was very strong, very powerful. They raided illegally my house in Florida, Mar-a-Lago. They went through the drawers of my young son. They went through all of the cabinets and drawers of the First Lady. She walked in, she said, wow, what happened? Because she's very meticulous, and this wasn't so meticulous. As she looked into the drawers and she saw everything a mess. It's just what they...
मैं ले लेता हूं।
तो फिर 1 लीटर कम।
अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ओवल ऑफिस में गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे। आपको बताएं कि अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप जो कि ओवल ऑफिस में मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे और गज़ा की सूरत हाल और इसके अलावा दीगर अमूर पर वो गुफ्तगू कर रहे थे। अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने ओवल ऑफिस में गुफ्तगू में भारतीय वज़ीर आज़म नरेंद्र मोदी के हवाले से बात की कि उन्होंने मुझे रूस से तेल न खरीदने की यकीन दहानी कराई है। अमेरिकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप की जानिब से ये भी कहा गया है कि यूक्रेन जंग भी ख़त्म करने की हम कोशिश कर रहे हैं।
Into the administration, we're just about caught up. It's amazing. And so compliments to John. He had to do some things that were very tough to do that he didn't want to do, but he was forced to do it by the Democrats. And as far as the shutdown's concerned, this is a Democrat Schumer shutdown. And he's trying to do it to get relevance back into the party, because he's a loser. I've known him all his life. He's always been sort of a loser, but an intelligent one. But I think he's losing IQ points with time. I think that happens. I hope it hasn't happened with me. I know if it did, you guys will let me know about it very quickly.
Question on violent crime, sir. Here in D.C., a judge has given the 2 teenagers that beat up ex-Doge staffer Big Balls probation.
It's incredible.
And no jail time. Is this justice?
Jeanine Pirro is doing a fantastic job, and she is beside herself, because you have these radical left judges that they beat the hell out of this guy. And it was many people against this one guy who was really trying to protect his girlfriend. He didn't want to hood it over the door, but they really beat him up badly. That just happened, right? Yes. Wow, that's terrible. I think the judge should be ashamed of himself. That's a big problem. They can do their job, and then they go into a court, and the people are protected by these, I don't know where they come from. Where do these people come from? Where do the judges come from? I want to compliment on behalf of Pam and Todd and all of us, because, Cash, I think that Jeanine has done a fantastic job. And the case I heard was like flawless. It's a flawless case. They have them on tape. They have everything. And then a judge gives them a little probation. These are rough guys. And they're young. And if that happens, they're going to grow up. They're going to be real bad. They're going to cause a lot of problems. Yeah, please. Go ahead.
So, Sergio Gore has just gotten back from India. What were the conversations like with Prime Minister Moodi and the others?
I think they were great. He reported to me that he's a great man, Moodi is a great man, that he loves Trump. Now, I don't know if the word love, I don't want you to take that any different. I don't want to destroy his political career, okay? But you have to understand, I've watched India for years. It's an incredible country. And every single year you'd have a new leader. I mean, some would be in there for a few months. And this was year after year after year. And my friend has been there now for a long time. And he's assured me there will be no oil purchased from Russia. I don't know, maybe that's a breaking story. Can I say that? Would you say? There will be no oil. He's not buying his oil from Russia. It started. You can't do it immediately. It's a little bit of a process. But the process is going to be over with soon. And all we want from President Putin is stop this. Stop killing Ukrainians and stop killing Russians, because he's killing a lot of Russians. Again, it doesn't make him look good. It's a war that he should have won in 1 week, and he's now going into his 4th year. That does not make this big so-called war machine look good. But he could make a settlement. We're willing to settle. I thought we had a deal. The hatred of the two leaders is very, it's an obstacle. It's an obstacle. There's no question about it. But I thought we had a deal 2 months ago. Who would think I created peace in the Middle East and can't get the two guys to settle? But I think we'll get them. But if India doesn't buy oil, it makes it much easier. And they're not going to buy. They assured me they will. Within a short period of time, they will not be buying oil from Russia. And they'll go back to Russia after the war's over. Jennifer?
On the shutdown, sir, are FBI officials being paid right now? Are all the FBI employees being paid? And are all the...
Well, that's what I understand. I hope so.
Thanks to your great work, Mr. President, the 1811 special agents at the FBI are going to receive their paychecks.
Got a lot of people paid, actually. We got the people that we want paid, okay? And we want the FBI paid, we want the military paid. We got the people that we want paid. And I'll tell you, the Democrats, they don't talk about this. You know, we're getting rid of programs that we didn't like, but that were negotiated in, but we didn't like. We're terminating those programs, and they're going to be terminated on a permanent basis. And it's thousands of people, and it's billions of dollars. We're getting rid of a lot of things that we never wanted because of the fact that they made this stupid move. And they don't want to talk about it. You know, they have their day coming up. I hear very few people are going to be there, by the way. But they have their day coming up, and they want to have their day in the sun. But they should really make a deal. So what we're doing, I mean, they call him Darth Vader, but he's actually a very nice person, Russell Vogt. But Russell Vogt is really terminating tremendous numbers of Democrat projects. There's not only jobs, I mean, the project in Manhattan, the project in New York, it's billions and billions of dollars that Schumer has worked 20 years to get. It's terminated. Tell him it's terminated, Jennifer. All right.
On Hamas, sir, what is your understanding of the pace of returning the deceased hostages? Are you pleased?
Well, they're looking for them. Absolutely. They're looking. So we have the living hostages all back. They returned some more today. It's a gruesome process. I almost hate to talk about it. But they're digging. They're actually digging. There are areas where they're digging and they're finding a lot of bodies. Then they have to separate the bodies. You wouldn't believe this. And some of those bodies have been in there a long time. And some of them are under rubble. They have to remove rubble. But there are graves, and some are in tunnels that died in tunnels that are way down under the earth. And the tunnels are like 3 feet. Can you believe it? 3 feet high.
अमरीकी सदर डोनाल्ड ट्रंप इस वक्त ओवल ऑफिस में गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं। उनकी जानिब से कहा गया कि हम रूस के सदर पुतिन से सिर्फ ये चाहते हैं कि वो किलिंग को बंद करे। रूस यूक्रेन जंग का खात्मा दोनों मुल्कों और वर्ल्ड पीस के लिए अहम है। और साथ ही उन्होंने कहा कि भारतीय वज़ीर आज़म नरेंद्र मोदी ने मुझे रूस से तेल ना खरीदने की यकीन दहानी कराई है। मैं खुश नहीं था कि भारत रूस से तेल खरीदे, लेकिन अब मामला तय हो चुका है। इसके साथ साथ उन्होंने वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ का जिक्र भी किया। उन्होंने कहा कि वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ ने मुझे कहा है कि आपने लाखों जिंदगियां बचाई हैं, मैं अब तक 8 जंगें रुकवा चुका हूं।
I was not happy that India was buying oil, and he assured me today that they will not be buying oil from Russia. That's a big stop. Now I got to get China to do the same thing. You know, that is relatively easy compared to what we just did over the last week in the Middle East. Middle East was 3,000 years, and we got it done. This is 3 years, and I think we'll get it done. I want to save lives. I've had 8 wars. The Prime Minister of Pakistan got up the other day, said so beautifully, says, you saved millions of lives. He told that to a group of people right in this office. He said the president saved millions of lives. And I think what he's referring to is the fact that that would have been with India, nuclear war. That was getting very close. You know, 7 planes, they don't talk about it, but 7 aircraft were shot down.
ओवल ऑफिस में अमरीकी सदर मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं और इसी गुफ्तगू के दौरान कुछ देर पहले उन्होंने पाकिस्तान और भारत की जंग और ख़ास तौर पर वज़ीर आज़म शहबाज शरीफ के बोले गए जुमलों को अप्रिशिएट किया, जिसमें उन्होंने कहा था कि ट्रंप ने लाखों जिंदगियां बचाई। इस वक्त भी वो गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं।
That's why I think I'm going to go to the Supreme Court to watch it. I've not done that, and I had some pretty big cases. I think it's one of the most important cases ever brought, because we will be defenseless against the world. Okay?
Mr. President, we'll go to the tariff case.
Did you have one? Yes, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. I want to ask you about the Georgia Senate race. I know it's very early, but there's several Republicans in that field that are vying for your endorsement.
A lot of good people in that field.
Yes.
No, I know all of them, actually. I haven't made a decision on that, but you have some very good people in the Georgia Senate race.